And there is also lead judge. So how do you become a lead judge? You need to really get a lot of successful judging contests.
Yeah, exactly. So right now, the lead judge is somebody who is the highest ranked on the judging leaderboard in terms of they've competed.
He's a student
judging.
of the course, by the way. 0x Navy, great guy.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
this one.
Yeah, awesome. He's been a great judge and is very up and coming in the judging world. I think he's pretty focused on judging in terms of how he spends his
judging,
time.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, and that's kind of what we were hoping to see in terms of let's find not just the best security experts, but let's find the best judges. You know, the people who are able to or are excited about spending their time judging issues, going through the different submissions. And so, yes, the lead judge is basically selected in the most unbiased way possible, hopefully, because they're just the top ranked person on the judging leaderboard. They earned their spot there by doing well on previous judging contests relative to others. And the lead judge is a role that is important because at the end of the day, you do need somebody who can work with the protocol team to understand some of these trickier issues, to understand, okay, their intention was X, this issue is talking about Y, and do that last mile of really, you need some human touch at some point to talk to the protocol team and say, hey, this is why we believe this issue is valid and we judged it as valid. This is why this issue is invalid. And understand, okay, this judge in the contest was under this assumption based on the contest description, but it sounds like the contest description didn't quite describe the functionality, optimally. And so we're going to deal with that. So that's why the lead judge is there. And they're also there they're actually not there to help resolve the escalations. For right now, we have a Sherlock judge who is kind of the final unbiased participant who helps resolve the escalations alongside the lead judge. Because the only way to max out the unbiased stat in our view was to have somebody who is working at Sherlock and not competing, or at least, a core contributor to Sherlock and isn't competing heavily in contests, and kind of their reputation is based more on, or I guess their pay or their salary or whatever is based more on how well they do in their role at Sherlock rather than by doing well in an audit contest or by doing well in a judging contest and making money through those. So the system is a little bit complex, and we're making some changes to it actively in terms of, okay, we have a lead judge and a Sherlock judge and the escalation period. But right now, we think it's fairly effective in getting the raw issues, getting them to a state where we can show them to the protocol team, getting them to a state where the lead judge is comfortable with them. The lead judge can see everyone else's submissions after the judging contest ends, so they can decide, oh, I think I actually got this one wrong. They're incentivized to change it before the escalation period occurs. If the escalation period overturns one of their issues, they get penalized more than if they change it ahead of time. So there's a bunch of different kind of mechanisms in there. But at the end of the day, you get to the escalation period and then everyone else can come in and they have to put some amount of skin in the game because they have an escalation ratio, which means they can't submit escalations if they've been wrong about escalations too much in the past. We look at those escalations. The lead judge and Sherlock judge work to try to figure out, which of the escalations are real and the issue should be overturned. The judgment should be overturned, which ones aren't. And hopefully at the end of that whole process, we get to something that the protocol team and Sherlock feel fairly comfortable about in terms of the issues that need to be fixed so that the protocol team can go to mainnet.
Wow. So I always thought that auditing contest is like a complex business, but now when you now explain all the things like how to incentivize Lindsay or Watsons to participate and to give their best, and the judging, every section is like a Pandora box of complexities. Judging is a complexity of its own. Lindsay or Watsons, the protocols, it's very impressive and very interesting. So thank you for shedding lights on the judging area. And also, sorry, go ahead. So judging, It's also an opportunity for newcomers like this 0x Navi, which is a student in the course, and he just laser focused judging, and he really found his niche. Like maybe he's like it's a bit harder for him to find those unique bugs, mediums, and highs, which are usually getting paid more and give you more points. But he found out that he's good and he likes like doing judging, and he really conquered the judging leaderboard, which brings him both payouts and also recognition, both in social media, in Twitter, on the leaderboard, in judging leaderboard, and also this advantage of being like a lead judge and getting those fixed payouts, which is cool. So everyone finds his own niche.
Yeah, no, I think that's really awesome. And we definitely want that to become a bigger, I guess, industry or a bigger place that people can feel comfortable focusing on and know that they'll earn some money doing it. I think that, the judging compensation and whatnot has been adjusted a little bit here and there. It probably still needs to be adjusted a bit more. But yeah, the idea is that we can find people, diamonds in the rough like 0x Nebi who maybe aren't the top lead senior Watsons where you have to pay them, $5,000 just to show up for a day. But they are very good at judging and can specialize in that role, and do a very good job there without being, a world leading security expert, I guess.